Welcome to the war zone, the battleground, the blazing heart of professional wrestling mayhem. This isn't just another nostalgic stroll through a vintage magazine. This is From the Pages, where we extract every drop of drama, detail, and dirt from the golden archives of wrestling history. Today, we open the heat-scorched cover of WCW Magazine, August 1993, an issue so loaded with chaos, charisma, and chest-slapping intensity it might spontaneously combust in your hands. We kick things off with Jim the Anvil Neidhart front and center. He's more than a former Hart Foundation enforcer here. The Anvil is a man reborn, talking about discipline, road life, motorcycle madness, and his old-school philosophy of pain. It's all muscle, grit, and defiance. Neidhart doesn't hold back. He's here to remind everyone that while others play the game, he is the game. His interview spans stories about the Calgary dungeon, long road tours in beat-up sedans, and what it means to truly earn your scars. He calls out lazy rookies and praises the old guard. This isn't just a spotlight, it's a sermon in steel. Teddy Long surprises with a heartfelt dive into his pre-wrestling life. Once an advocate for underprivileged youth under President Jimmy Carter, Long contrasts his good guy real-world credentials with his bad guy ring persona. It's complex, layered storytelling that shows WCW's commitment to blending character with real-life roots. Long opens up about the battles off-screen that shaped him into a man as comfortable behind a podium as he is behind a heel's sunglasses. His voice in the article is confident, yet humble. He talks about growing up in Alabama, being mentored by legends like Tommy Rich, and finding power in presentation. Then comes a seismic shockwave. The Vader versus Cactus Jack powerbomb onto the concrete floor is relived in raw, unfiltered trauma. There are medical reports, quotes from emergency personnel, and speculation about career-ending injuries. The magazine treats this not like wrestling, but like a crime scene investigation. Jack's return promise reads like a death wish. Bloodied, bruised, and half-broken, he tells the world, "I'm not finished. I'm just getting started." There are sidebar quotes from Harley Race, medics on site, and fans who watched in horror. Cactus Jack's shadow looms over the entire issue. We transition to the merchandise section, and the juxtaposition is jarring. T-shirts, glow guitars, WCW clocks, the colors of capitalism splashed over the carnage. There's a duality here. One page is trauma, the next page is toys, but doesn't apologize. This is wrestling. Pain and profit dance together. Sting tank tops, Rick Rude sunglasses, and foam fingers shaped like fists, all laid out like trophies from a battlefield. My Greatest Match gives us egos in full bloom. Rick Rude refuses to pick one, because naturally, every match he's in is legendary. He cuts a verbal promo in print, relishing in his own greatness. Meanwhile, Brian Pillman leans into his anarchist persona, choosing his time under a mask as the yellow dog just to stick it to management. These are not just wrestlers. They're provocateurs, storytellers, artists of arrogance. Pillman says the mask gave him freedom. Freedom to explore madness. Freedom to fight without expectations. Then we get hit with a feature that reads more like a prophecy. The rise of powerbombs. Sid Vicious and Big Van Vader join forces. Two monsters, one mission, destruction. The article is filled with backstage buzz, weight room intimidation, and quotes that sound like war chants. Davey Boy Smith and Sting prepare for the ultimate battle at Beach Blast. The powerbombs aren't just a team, they're a reckoning. Sid calls them the future of pain. Vader says, "We're not a tag team, we're a collision." Next, we follow Marcus Alexander Bagwell and Too Cold Scorpio as they try to climb the ladder. They're young, hungry, but still learning. The article digs into their ring psychology, their locker room mentors, and the behind-the-scenes work ethic. Bagwell talks about emulating Steamboat. Scorpio says he's bringing funk into high flying. They're not top guys yet, but this is the prelude to greatness. The feature includes practice photos, quotes from veterans, and predictions for the duo's future. Then the stage lights dim, because the Hollywood Blondes enter. The duo of Steve Austin and Brian Pillman are captured mid-feud with Steamboat and Shane Douglas. Their gimmick isn't just working, it's redefining heat. The article is pure cinema. Austin plays the arrogant director, Pillman the unstable star. They sip champagne and shred legends. This is attitude before attitude. They call out Flair, they mock Sting, they laugh at every rulebook ever written. Just when you think the stars have all aligned, in walks the sun. Ric Flair. The Nature Boy's return to WCW isn't just an event, it's a statement. Flair's voice is calm, clinical, but every word carries a weight that rattles the rafters. He sizes up Vader, dismantles the blondes with a smirk, and reminds everyone watching, this is his house. His alliance with Arn Anderson is treated with reverence, and their warning to the locker room is clear. Flair's not back for nostalgia, he's back for legacy. The magazine traces his return from the WWF, analyzes the Four Horsemen rumors, and shows fan reaction ranging from tears to champagne corks. A quick break in the carnage comes via a crossword puzzle section loaded with Easter eggs for the hardcore fan. It's playful, sure, but still packed with in-jokes, signature holds, and trivia that would stump even the most devoted WCW hotline caller. References to Paul Orndorff's piledriver, Nick Patrick's officiating, and even Thunderbolt Patterson make this a fan's treasure trove. The next feature is a multi-perspective breakdown of Rick Rude, opinions split like a cracked ring post. Jesse Ventura calls him the best technical heel in the business. Steamboat praises his psychology. Dustin Rhodes says he's all talk and cheap shots. It's character assassination and cannon building rolled into one. The centerpiece, a diagram of the Rude awakening with slow-motion analysis like it's a military strike. Quotes fly like elbows. One fan writes in saying Rude could outsmart Flair in 5 minutes. We round out with house show listings, fan club promos, and a subscription ad that promises posters and profiles for true believers. And finally, a merchandise page that screams early 90s excess. Neon sting masks, WCW lunchboxes, and foam fingers you could paddle a canoe with. One page is a full spread of Jesse Ventura's gear, including his infamous tie-dye shirts and lightning bolt glasses. What started with concrete and chaos ends with color and charisma. This issue isn't just wrestling journalism, it's mythology. It's a 60-page epic that bridges brawls and branding, legacy and lunacy. You don't just read WCW Magazine, you survive it. This has been From the Pages. WCW Magazine, August 1993. Share it, stream it, scream it from the rooftops. Because when history slams you in the face, the only thing you can do is take the bump like a legend.